Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the north side as Jade's son Jess, we got Ambition. Spawn on the south side as Blue Moon Jake, we got Matagi. No idea how to split up that name. Either way, of course, we do also have both players do have a recon the corner of the map, which can be artillery, primarily artillery, or you could try charging over with a mech on top of a mountain, which is also another possibility. But it's the artillery piece. There is a 3 base map, 1 on this side, 2 on this side. There's a lot of shores here, so recons can get some good traversement. There's also a pipe seam there, which also block the entrance. Which, if you don't short, you could deploy a pipe runner to defend your HQ. But if you are deploying a pipe runner to defend your HQ, something went either very wrong or very right. There's also a pair of comm towers on the map. There's also a couple harbors here. This one could basically only deploy out a black boat or lander to traverse around here. Even then, probably not super great. Don't think it could push too far forward. We could go for a battleship. We could go along the pipe runner to really protect the HQ. Over here, there's another harbor here. Shores here, so once again, it's meant for black boats or landers. There's a pipe seam here, so you gotta break through that as well. So honestly, the artillery piece, clean out the recon, then heading towards this pipe seam could be a possibility. And this neutral base is in vision range of the recon, so good amount of spotting there. And I realized something, I forgot to turn on my macros. I always keep on doing that. But yep, and there's of course an airport here, which is traversable by land, but it'll take a bit of time. And I don't think there's any much more with edge cover. Jess's day-to-day is she's the vehicle specialist, ground vehicle specialist, get plus 10% attack for all of the ground vehicles, but minus 10% for all other all other units, barring foot soldiers. And Jake has plus 10% firepower on planes, so more likely Jess will get more capability out of her day-to-day. But Jake, I don't know why I keep on getting those two mixed up, names too similar, gets plus 10 firepower, also with battle copters on planes as well. So good possibilities there. So a bit more flexibility of units, and a bit more generally usable day-to-day. Either way, let's go and get started. There's a black boat on each HQ, and both players immediately withdraw it. Does throw a round into the pipe seam. This is a river. So move down one tile and then fire, then moving over there. That's a little bit unusual. More look at it's more like wondering, why not just move there? I guess really one point of damage there. And right now, Jake's black boat's all the way over here. Well, Jess is already in over here, so definitely different plans that's going on. Interesting. This map is a lab map. Oh nope, there is an HQ map. And this is captured by the opponent, so it does have a little bit of spotting there. Artillery piece pushed forward. It is in range of the recon, so maybe trying to barrage the recon. Overall, feels like this map's a little bit of a mess in the corners. Got roads, got rivers, and shores. And forests. Jess's recon pushing forward. Will not be able to interrupt that capture. It is going to be captured up this turn. Does throw it around into the recon. Jess has her own artillery piece now floating in the field. And Jake has now a tank on the field. Does get a shot on the infantry in the open ground. And now the comm tower is being captured up. Tank up here as well, so both players will have a tank on the similar side of the map. And destroys the unit there, and now the infantry will be capturing up the property. Battlecopter infantry, recon infantry. Jess's battlecopter is not bad. Minus 10% firepower is not terrible. Jake's battlecopter is generally be a little bit better. Recon pushing to the center of the map as well, and there as well. The double recon is providing a good amount of pressure, but this recon is actually out of range. We got a mountain here, so it's not traversable this way. It has to go the long way around the mountain. A lot of projects being captured there. 17 versus 14. Oh, looks like the battlecopter's in range. Was not paying attention to that. The battlecopter did get a booster strike there. Puts more machine gun bolts into the pipe scene. Another recon there. We do also have a mech here. I wonder if the mech's going to try to destroy the pipe scene. Probably won't be that great. Except the recon down there. 17 versus 17,000. Double artillery piece by Jess. Her artillery pieces do have plus limited firepower. But something to know as well, Jake's power and superpower provides +1 maximum range for his own artillery pieces. So he's the only other CO that has plus max range. But do know as well, his difference between his power and his superpower, beatdown provides increased planes bonus to 20% and +1 range for his land indirects. But his superpower, the block rock, provides +1 range still, not +2, just +1. Planes bonus increased to 40%, and vehicle movement gets +2 movement speed. So if you want grid sniper attack, then you have access to at least the range part. But if you want the actual good part of the superpower, the +2 movement range, basically he is Isabella and from Tiny Wars. Got a tank up here, a couple tanks, got a couple artillery pieces, anti-air on the field as well. Knows about the Jake battlecopter. It's a nice strike there. Infantry push way forward. Battlecopter rotating over there towards the interior. Of course, he does not know that. Talk about infantry there. It's double load up the black boat. Yep. Artillery piece down here. Battlecopter infantry. Jake does have a tank there. Does not get spotted. Jake's tank does have good vision range. 1, 2, 3. Able to get recon and infantry. Artillery piece, of course, on the forest and out of vision range. There's a good strike there. Tank just maybe just going to be lying in ambush right now, but can easily be spotted if an infantry unit pushes forward. Drops the capture there. Takes out that unit there. That pulls it back there. Anti-air is in range of the battlecopter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Recon push right forward. Does take out the battlecopter. Good trade. Anti-airs are cheaper than tanks, or anti-airs are cheaper than battlecopters. It's always a good idea to sack a anti-air to take out battlecopter. Or generally. Artillery piece push right forward. We'll be able to get a good strike on the recon. And this property will be captured next turn. Double tap that infantry unit there. Finish off that one. Get some repairs there. Good attack on the recon. Push right forward, try and flip a property. Double artillery piece here. A beatdown could be possible for that +1 range if needed. Be a bit more limited. My apologies. Another artillery piece, tank, and battlecopter. Right now, I just all of a sudden have a runny nose, so my apologies. Flipping the lab at the same time as her opponent. Let's pick off some infantry units there. Interrupts the capture. Could pop a power to get that artillery piece in range of this tank. Probably not really worth the mech as are nearby. Get value out of the mech by doing it, so it's probably not a really good idea to go for beatdown. Mech gets first strike, tank finishes it off. Very good mech strike. Tank push right forward. Of course, there's two factors on this side, two bases, so there's like the weak side versus strong side aspect. Turbocharge is available, which will give Jess +1 movement range, as well as increase your attack from 10 to 20%. Pops the turbocharge, so here comes +1 movement range. Let's see how well it does. Good strike there on the artillery piece, but this artillery piece in range now. Won't get boosted plane strikes. Jake does have Neo Tank, but of course is out of range. A block rock could be possible. Jake's +2 movement is vehicles, not all units. So while air units get the boosted plane strikes, does not get +2 movement range. Good strike there. Battlecopter gets good strike. Infantry on infantry. Finish off that tank there. Anti-air strikes battlecopter. Has extra block rock, but probably save the next turn. No vision up here to really get good work done. Neo tank advancing. Has a recon the area, so next turn he can pop a block rock and get good boosted movement range, and help engage it. Up here, there's a good number of artillery pieces, which may be a little bit too slow on the strong side. Will be powerful, but probably just too slow. On the strong side, I think you should go for a lot more mobile, strong, offensive units. On the weak side, you could go for artillery for defensive reasons. Does have a tank down, another artillery piece down there. Neo tank up here as well. She's going to try to stabilize the region from Neo tank. Could possibly see a block rock if he sees enough enough good targets there. Though pushing forward the artillery, getting +1 range could be quite nice. Try and position them so they get additional range going. Pulls back a little bit there. Even with +1 range, this will not be a range anything. So may see the block rock next turn. He's just trying to set on up. Lander and missile. What the hell is going on? Landers are expensive. Missiles are expensive. What is going on? Guess we're going to have to wait and see. Jess could push pretty far forward over here. Jake has lost stuff in a good defensive position. Is he going to try to get the missile to lock down the airport? I have no idea. Jess, I mentioned beforehand, a pipe runner could actually be possible here. I think, honestly, a pipe runner for Jake back down here wouldn't be half bad either. Could get +1 range with the power and superpower. Pipe runner's a 5 range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would able to range everything on this tile here, and with the power and or superpower, able to range up here. I think a Jake pipe runner could be possible. Got an artillery piece battlecopter up here. Will we see block rock this turn? Missile and lander gets dropped off the forest. Now he can quickly get units to the front line of the lander. As might as well double force, having unit go all this way, go through double force is a little bit slow. Jess broke through this pipe seam, which is all revealed, or not revealed anymore. Tank, battlecopter, tank, infantry. Creeping his way forward with the artillery pieces, able to do a bit of zoning. While his power is similar to Grit's power, the fact that he doesn't have already inherent +1 range already is a different aspect. I'm assuming pipe runners. Sorry, I am info. Yeah, pipe runners are a possibility in this map. I don't think there's any map where pipe runners are banned. It's also probably a unit that people forgets that exists. How strong are pipe runners compared to rockets and artillery? Rockets are only slightly more powerful than artillery, if I remember correctly. There are a number of artillery pieces there. Of course, pipe seams are revealed, so once it gets on top of the pipe seam, it won't be hidden. We may see a block rock this turn. A couple of artillery pieces got wounded. Let's find out. As a lander. Recon charges way forward. Gets a strike on the infantry. Pops the beat down. What? Does not get any bonus movement range, just bonus artillery range, and I'm going to cough again. My apologies. He gets a bit of damage there. Planes booster strike there. Planes booster strike there. Unboosted. Anti-air takes out battlecopter. Neo tank, I think just now, capturing the HQ. Try and close the game. Artillery gets a small strike here. Battlecopter finish it off. Gets boosted strike off from the planes. Overall, a very good beatdown. If you don't need to use block rock, don't use block rock. Get some decent strikes there, but got triple artillery. We're probably going to see an overdrive next turn. Interior, tank, tank. Overdrive? Nope, just a overcharge. Or turbocharge. Jess has a good number of artillery pieces there. Our artillery pieces do good damage. Takes out a good number of units there. Jake has an artillery piece here, but won't be able to range anything barring this infantry with a power. Things also have a pipe runner, as I mentioned earlier. It is in direct units, so it has to spend a turn to be built, another turn to move, and then a turn to fire. Interior pops in the lander. Missile here, of course, won't be able to range anything. Could try. Missiles do actually have good vision range as well, recon vision. Another beatdown's available. It's a good strike on the artillery piece. Neo tank falls back. Paul going to try to go for a beatdown ambush onto the Neo tank. Oh, battlecopters here. Jake's not being super aggressive here. Tank, tank, battlecopter, recon. Blackboat's over here getting some forward repairs. Triple artillery going to be firing away. Only 2 artillery pieces fire away. The wounded one does fall back. Good strike there from the tank. Another hit there in the tank. And it does get fully wiped out there. Gets trapped by a infantry unit. Recon, recon, battlecopter, tank. Good strikes there. Only one artillery piece here for defense. It's on top of HQ. Stealth. Stealth's pretty nasty. Block rock's now available. Gets a shot there in the pipe scene, which also denied deployment of pipe runners. A little bit of pass turn, but here comes a block rock. Maybe? Maybe not. Missile still in the area. Got a good number of battlecruisers here. This is the airport, so you Aryans tend to come over here. Stealth should be particularly nasty and easily equalize this region. And just not too careful, a fighter could pop out and run straight into the missile. And with a possible beatdown to, well, beat it out of the sky, it could also be useful. It surrounds the pipe scene, down to 11 health. No block rock this turn. Both sides being particularly passive. Neo-tank, I think in range of a block rock Neo-tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This needs to be spotted. Nice little resupply there. Artillery piece gets some back. Battlecopter straight forward. I just sort of just want to see a pipe runner. I know that's not going to happen. A bit of damage to the pipe scene, nothing too significant. Medium tank, probably not a bad idea to help stabilize this region. A block rock can easily push it forward. I'm so surprised when these units haven't pushed forward, try to capture this property and spot the stealth. Both sides are slowly sitting on up, a lot of weights. Tank, anti-air. Yeah, Jake just needs... Gets an interrupt there, resupplies the stealth. This tank, Black Bolt could go down to maybe a tank. If you could somehow get the anti-air on top of that forest, that could be quite great. And probably need a block rock to range it. No. Block rock improve movement range to like 2. Get it to the 4th tile next to it. Another medium tank down there trying to stabilize the region with tech. It's going to be one big explosive engagement, probably involving superpowers. Got a fighter now pulling the field, which this missile could be useful. Pops a block rock. He feels confident now. That's going to take out the 1 health infantry unit, that medium tank. So he gets a strike there. Takes out the tank. Boost strike onto the tank. Medium tank's pushing the way forward. Good strike there. Fighter may be able to range that battlecopter. So that infantry unit may be in the way. I think the battlecopter is safe now. Though infantry unit could still go down. Meteor takes out that 1 unit. Tank power charges way forward. Engages this artillery piece. a fighter to engage possible fighters. Oh, not a bad idea. Missile cruises way to over here. Remember, tanks have 3 vision range, so it's out of vision range and probably won't be spotted there. This is on intercept path for a fighter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's overdrive. I think as well, this anti-air should have been in range. No. Oh. It's now in, it has been spotted, and now the battlecopter's in range of the missile. That may have been a bit of oversight. I always forget as well, missiles actually have 6 range, not 5. So the battlecopter will be shot down. Making some good headway here. Fighter makes his way over here. Needs some great strikes. The medium tanks are in range, but it won't have a whole lot of follow-up. Battlecopter does go down, spots 1 medium tank. Jess ends turn for 215. Jake starts the turn from 208, so it's back down to day-to-day difference. Knocks out that one. Finish it off. Gets a good strike there. Black boat down to 0 fuel. Missile decides not to take a shot there. Paul is out of vision range since it's 6 tiles away, not 5. This thing has 5 vision range. Oh wait, no, it only had 6 range because of the block rock. Yep, it was out of range and vision range. My bad. It wasn't Days of Ruin that buffed its upper range up to 6, right? Or was it dual strike? Could have sworn missiles and one of the games had 6 range. A bit of a not super powerful turn there. Lots of weights. Blue's fighters over here. The cell fighter probably should just start making his way over here. The missile should probably. Oh, does he get trapped over there? Brings back the stealth fighter. Medium tank should just stay out of range, be in defensive position. This is the weak side, as mentioned earlier. As goes for. Wait. What? Okay, he bought a battlecopter there. It's like, oh, there's a lander there? Same lander as before. Double tank artillery. Jess able to get some good momentum this here. Jake's just not being aggressive on his strong side. A lot of aircraft over here. Jake's fighter is in a position over here. Turn 25. A lot of weights there. I kept on hitting next turn and nothing happened. So it's turn 25. Jess ends the turn of 253 versus 263. So it's day-to-day difference. Double tank over there, so rotating a pretty decent force. Supplies the stealth there. Another battlecopter there. Turn 26. This game's been a little bit stally, that's for sure. Jake does have decent, pretty high-tech force. Got still 2 medium tanks and neo tank, the stealth. Both sides of the fighter. Got a neo tank up here. Good number of battlecopters. Both sides are just stalling out. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit there because it's been pretty stalled this starting game. The other Neo Tank's finally rotating over here. Secondary fighter does spot Jake's fighter here. Gets a little bit picked there. Stealth push way forward, gets a good strike there. Looks like maybe going for a bit of a play. Refuels a stealth. Missile there. Or artillery there. Missile does go back over here. Jess's turn. Get some good strikes here. Taking a lot of free first strikes. Stealth gets basically knocked up, but does give him a lot of power charge. Beatdown's not available. Of course, this fighter can get another attack onto this fighter. Black Bow can repair up the stealth up to 3 health. A lot of weights. Infantry, tank. Unit cap. What's the unit cap on this? Unit limit 50. So Jess is at the unit cap. Stealth charge way forward, just as a stealth recon. Maybe trying to go for a block rock, not so sure. Jess can overcharge, and the counterattack would be quite severe currently. Battlecopter, anti-air, another battlecopter gets trapped. Tank infantry. Jake's almost at the unit cap there. Overcharge? Nope, that was the block rock. And here comes the overdrive. I think it's going to be pretty deadly. Artillery's out of range, so won't be any artillery strikes. Takes out one of the mediums. Takes out the battlecopter. Neo Tank gets knocked out. Fully wiped out there. Lots of damage over here. Jake could try to charge his way forward up there, just lacking vision overall. The missile does have good vision, so maybe use the missile as a recon unit with block rock. Charge for the missile and use extend sight range. Let's see what he does. He's not in a great position. Just ends turn for 263, and Jake will start turn 22 or 220. Push for the missile there. Just doing a general move forward. He's trying to set up an attack there. Has a good infantry wall and good tanks in reserve. And Neo take the punch through something. And resigns. Don't know if he should have resigned. I think he could have pulled out a win. The game was pretty passive. I do also believe if Jake would have gone for a pipe runner, that could have actually changed some aspects. Either way, as Anchorage saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.